Hi guys, hope you're doing well, and yeah, I haven't been uploading recently. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I've had a few issues. There was all sorts of action going on yesterday. I've been out of action because I thought it was a good idea to start a running regimen at the age of 47 with my new shoes that I bought in the last video. I planned it all out, it was going great. I had a little map route around the garden so I wouldn't be running on concrete, and ended up busting up my knee and it got swollen up. So yeah, plenty going on today, and yeah, we're going to start in the garden. He's looking good, Bob in the house and still flowering. So yeah, this part of the garden is looking good, but over the back it's a different story. Do you ever wish you'd never started something and yeah, halfway through you sort of lose the will? Well, this happened. I'd fixed these lights and then yeah, I took down these branches and it smashed it again. This overgrown stuff at the back goes all the way down, and yeah, from a distance it didn't look too bad until I got going on it, and it's all vines and snakes and ants and oh, it's just a nightmare. So yeah, I'll come back to this when maybe when I've had a couple of Leos, to be honest. And so we're going to get started on this big tree here. From a distance these branches don't look that big, but once they come crashing down and you're stuck on a ladder, you end up, well, you might end up in one of those numpty YouTube videos with idiots doing DIY and gardening, and I don't want to do that, to be honest, even though I might get a few more views. Right, so I know what you're thinking, guys. This looks a bit rubbish, doesn't it? But honestly, it works, and normally things I try like this don't work. It works so well, in fact, I had a huge yellow tree, I don't know the name of it, I put it in at the bottom there, massive it was. I've got a picture of it, but that was 3 years before it finally died, and yeah, took it all down with my trusty pole and a bit of tape and a saw. Right, let's get going. Yeah, that's a bit better. It does. It doesn't look like much come off, but it does lighten up the dining room because it shades all the daylight. And I need a longer pole, misses, as they say. But yeah, to get these top branches. But yeah, I didn't end up in a YouTube montage, idiot in the garden type thing. So it's all good. And yeah, gonna head in, have a shower, and then we're gonna head off and do something. Not quite sure yet, but it's gonna be good. Okay, so I was going to go to a new restaurant and try and find some new place or a new taste sensation, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to head off to a place I've actually always wanted to visit. I've passed it many times. It's in the middle of nowhere and sits on top of a hill. So yeah, let's get going. It's beautiful. Wonderful moody sky. Yeah, I do love these quiet temples up on hills in the middle of nowhere. And I didn't put it in the title because for some reason people don't click on temples. But I sneaked it in here because it's well worth it. And we got the great man himself keeping an eye on things. And that is actually the main highway between Bangkok and Chiang Mai. I've passed this place many a time and looked up to my right when travelling from Bangkok and seen this wonderful figure. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna go up here one day. And I'm glad I did. And I'll leave the Google map pin or directions, whatever you want to call it, in the description. And if you're near Dak and you want to stop off to see a wonderful little temple, go ahead, I highly recommend it. these are little places for the urns to go after cremation, and people leave their signs of respect, flowers and little offerings of water, maybe to appease the spirits. I'm not 100% on that, but the whole temple is surrounded with these little shrines to people that have passed. I think this one's got a whole family, and there's 4 photographs there. And these cactus seem to be the theme here. Let's have a little look. Wow, we've got a stunning view coming up. So we've got the River Ping, flows down from Chiang Mai. That mountain in the distance there is the one I can see from my terrace. It's quite stunning. Oh, it's so peaceful up here. Yes, another temple on a hill. Doesn't disappoint. And once again, there's no one here. I've seen a couple of dogs. Hey! Just checking me out. It's alright, son. It's alright. So this is where you can say your prayers. It's a modest little room compared to a lot of temples, but I like it that way. I think it's the bigger temples tend to be, I don't know, tourist attractions, and the sort of real essence of the place and Buddhism sort of gets lost in people ogling at the sites of golden Buddhas and stuff. But this is the real deal, and it's a wonderful place. As I said, if you want to become a monk, this is the sort of place I would come anyway. Fantastic views, serenity. Taking a step back from the pressures of life. We've got the highway, people scooting backwards and forwards. Right, I think the dog's given up, and we're going to head back down the hill and mountain, head back into town, grab a coffee, I think. Bit of a juxtaposition coming from the beautiful temple to 7-Eleven, but they do the best coffee, and I need some bread too. What do you call our espresso yen 1 หน่อยครับเคี่ยวเหล็กครับ Yeah, the best coffee you can get around here anyway, and the cheapest, which is a bonus. This is my favourite Mugorp shop. I am contemplating whether to get a dish, but I think I'm just going to head back to the terrace and indulge in a healthy bowl of fruit. Not quite a Mugorp, but very tasty just the same. These are actually called goi kai, which is egg banana for some reason. If someone can let me know why they're called egg bananas, let me know in the comments. The most common banana you'll see actually is a goi nam wa, which you'll see all over Thailand, and are very cheap, sometimes 10 baht a bunch. And then you've got your goi homs, which are your luxury bananas, the ones commonly found in the West that you find in 7-Eleven and major supermarkets. But these are fantastic. They've got a slightly tighter skin and very sweet. Yeah, and this bunch probably costs twice as much as your standard goi nam wa, 25 baht, which is, I don't know, 60p. But yeah, very tasty, and yeah, just a couple of things to discuss actually. I've been going through the footage of today's video, and yeah, quite disturbing in terms of my garden, where I need to invest in a new pair of shorts because a lot of the shots were unusable. I don't know what happens when you get older, but yeah, your belly gets bigger, your backside gets smaller, and your boxer shorts end up in places where the sun hasn't seen for I don't know, a good few years. And so yeah, that problem will be rectified. And point number 2, yeah, hilltop temples. I am a fan of them. I did do a video previously that didn't get many views because I think my ugly mug was on the front, which doesn't help. And but if you're interested in that sort of thing, yeah, click on the link up there. It was a good video, and I am a fan of these rural temples that are infrequently visited, to be honest. I mean, I know we haven't got many tourists at the moment, but literally, you know, these places are in the middle of nowhere. And I like to bring them to you because, yeah, everyone has been to a temple, and I'm not a great fan of just wandering around temples, but yeah, if I see something that catches my eye, especially if it's on top of the hill, I'll be up there like a rat up a drain pipe. So on that note, it's time for Phrase of the Day. Yay! Okay, welcome to Phrase of the Day. Now, coffee is massively popular here in Thailand. I personally have a hot coffee in the morning to get my brain kick-started, and then, yeah, when you're out in the day and it's hot and you feel a bit drained, there's nothing like an iced coffee to perk you up. And today I was in 7-Eleven, and you might have heard me say this. Our espresso yen wan noi cup. Our espresso yen wan noi cup. Is that correct?
เอาเอสเปรสโซ่เย็นหวานน้อยค่ะ
Now, depending on the type of coffee you like, I personally like espresso because it's stronger. You might like latte. You can use that. Cappuccino is usually shortened to capu. So, ao is a sort of informal version of want. Espresso, or whatever type of coffee you have. Yen is cold. Wan is sweet. Noi is little. And you can end the sentence with clap or ka for politeness. So it basically translates as want coffee, or type of coffee, cold, sweet, little, please. So yeah, the word order is a bit odd, but you'll get used to it, and you need coffees here really, because as I said, the weather can be quite draining and they just perk you up and they taste fantastic. Now, the reason why I say a little bit sweet is because a lot of the drinks here that you get are loaded with sugar. And if you really don't want any sugar at all, instead of saying wan noi, you would say mei wan. So that would translate to our espresso yen mei wan cup. So next time you're in need of a caffeine hit, you'll now know what to say. So right, yeah, news update. I'm going to give a bit of a miss because there hasn't been a lot of big news. It's the same sort of stuff going on. There's still murmurings of this 14-day quarantine for long stay tourists in October, which, yeah, hopefully something works out, because yeah, I mean, I want the best for Thailand, obviously, and it might actually be a way for retired guys that have been trapped in other countries, who have got their lives here. They've sold up everything in their home countries and can't get back in, so hopefully this could be a way of you guys getting back. So yeah, I'll keep my eye on that situation. But yeah, a bit of a mixed bag today, a few chores and a nice little trip to a country hilltop temple, which always chills me out. And on that note, I'm going to say, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, stay well, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.